Saudi Arabia, the largest economy in the Middle East, is actively seeking to develop joint projects in Kazakhstan. This year marks the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries, during which the parties have established strong economic and political ties. In an exclusive interview with New Time reporter Baljan Samigulina, the Saudi ambassador to Kazakhstan highlighted that the countries will focus on enhancing their partnership in green energy development. They are set to implement a joint project for the construction of a wind farm in the Jetesu region, with the Saudi company investing $1.5 billion in this renewable energy initiative. What other areas appear promising for potential collaboration? To find out, watch the interview right now.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us. First of all, let me congratulate you on the 94th anniversary of establishment of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and now we are witnessing the celebration dedicated to this event. We can see that governmental and political government in two countries do not actually affect on the strong relations between Kazakhstan and Saudi Arabia. How do you evaluate the bilateral cooperation between our states, please?
The relationship between Saudi Arabia and Kazakhstan has deep historical roots. Saudi Arabia was the first country to recognize the independence of the Republic of Kazakhstan and one of the earliest to establish diplomatic relations with it. This year we celebrate the 30th anniversary of these diplomatic ties. Our partnership has been developing across various sectors, including political and economic avenues. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev's visit to Saudi Arabia in May 2022 provided a significant boost to our relations. During this visit, several agreements were signed, and the president participated in the GCC plus Central Asia Summit. At the ministerial level, we anticipate additional visits and agreements, particularly in the fields of ecology and climate change. Our country has its Green Saudi Arabia initiative, and Kazakhstan is also pursuing ecological projects, so we aim to enhance cooperation between these programs. Moreover, we are pleased to report that the Saudi company Aqua Power has signed a contract worth $1.5 billion to implement a renewable energy project in Kazakhstan. There are several other projects in the pipeline as well.
So you already touched on joint agreements between Kazakhstan and Saudi Arabia. We know that Saudi companies have been actively involved in investing into Kazakhstan since the 90s. What can you say about the agriculture sector, which both countries identify as one of the priorities? Can there be any investment projects expected between the two countries?
Agriculture is a promising sector for our collaboration. This year, the Minister of Agriculture of Saudi Arabia visited Kazakhstan, during which he held discussions with the President of Kazakhstan. The delegation included specialists who explored investment opportunities in Kazakhstan. A month ago, the chairman of the Saudi Development Fund also visited and met with President Tokayev, where they discussed the implementation of joint projects in the agro-industrial complex. We're optimistic that they will invest in these initiatives. Saudi Arabia views Kazakhstan as a key player in promoting food security, and we hope to strengthen our cooperation in this area.
Yeah, now experts say that trade volume between Kazakhstan and Saudi Arabia can be much increased through the transport and logistics sector, which is quite important, I think, for two countries. Can we expect that our Kazakh products can be somehow exported to Saudi Arabia through countries as Turkey or Iran or any other prospective route that you can mention now? Can influence to this sector?
Within the framework of the Intergovernmental Commission between Saudi Arabia and Kazakhstan, several companies are actively engaged, and meetings have been held to discuss logistics. We anticipate signing a logistics agreement between our countries and are also looking forward to the launch of direct flight. While there are challenges in the logistics sector, we are committed to addressing these issues as we move forward.
Speaking of these direct flights between Kazakhstan and Saudi Arabia, when can we expect the development in this area to have eventually direct flights between the two countries? And can there be any, result of visa-free regime between citizens of Kazakhstan and Saudi Arabia to visit Mecca, including.
طبعا الآن بدأ خط تشغيل خط الطيران من ألماتا إلى جدة.
The number of flights between our countries is on the rise. There is already a direct flight from Almaty to Jeddah, operated by FlyNAS and Air Astana. Midway through this month, we expect to launch direct flights between Shymkent and both Medina and Jeddah. This development further increases the connectivity between our nations.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining
Thank you
us.
so much to host me. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.